This episode starts in the boardroom, but ends with a family fracture. Steffy Forrester draws a hard line, refusing to play along with the co-CEO scheme Hope Logan planted in Brooke's mind. She won't let Ridge hand over her job, and she already suspects Hope's fingerprints are all over this. Ridge can barely bring himself to ask the question, but Steffy reads the situation and confronts him herself. He tries to sell her on the idea, comparing Brooke to Stephanie Douglas, but Steffy isn't buying that fairy tale. She sees it for what it is, a Logan power grab. Meanwhile, Brooke is absolutely sure Ridge will get Steffy to step aside. She thanks Hope for opening her eyes to what she deserves. Steffy demands Ridge choose her over Brooke. And now, Ridge has to go back to Brooke with a dress as a consolation prize, admitting he folded under Steffi's pressure. Brooke pulled out all the stops to get what she wanted. She slipped into something barely there and completely seduced Ridge, convincing him to march over and push Steffy aside for her. And Ridge, let's be honest, didn't put up much of a fight. He was so whipped that he slithered over there and barely made the case Brooke demanded. But Steffy saw right through it. Instead of caving, she tossed out a compromise. Brooke can be the dazzling public face of Forrester Creations, flying around the world, while Steffy works behind the scenes, handling the deals and keeping the bottom line strong. Ridge is supposed to bring that offer back to Brooke, but we all know it won't be enough. A showdown is brewing, with Steffy facing off against a Brooke who won't settle for less than that co-CEO chair. There's a real chance Brooke will try dragging Eric into this to force the issue, but don't forget, this whole mess started because Hope was furious about her line, Hope for the Future, and she planted the idea in Brooke's head. Steffy Forrester already smells Hope Logan's fingerprints all over Brooke's sudden power grab. Once she confirms the details, her fury will explode. She'll come straight for Hope. And Hope, cornered, might just confess she told her mother to demand that co-CEO seat because Brooke deserves it and Steffy doesn't. Expect a full Logan meltdown. Hope will rail about how the Logans are disrespected, their contributions ignored. She could scream that she'll never stop until Brooke runs the company alongside Ridge and Steffy can't abuse anyone anymore. But Steffi's still holding most of the cards, and she might throw a brutal truth in Hope's face. If Hope had been patient, Hope for the Future would have been next in line after Eric's couture collection. Instead, Hope chose manipulation and tore the family apart. That could be the final straw. Steffy might fire her all over again. Steffy could snap and fire Hope on the spot. If she tells Ridge that Hope started this whole co-CEO push, he might not stand in her way. And once Hope is out, she'll run straight to the Logan mansion where Liam, Bill, and Katie will welcome her with open arms. But there's a second scenario. Brooke gets Steffi's co-CEO seat with Eric's help. This week, Brooke's going to be livid when she hears Steffy refused, and Hope will refuse to let it go. She'll shove Brooke to fight back. Don't let Steffy win. If Brooke convinces Eric to side with her, Ridge won't be able to resist because Brooke will only accept one answer. Together, Eric and Ridge hold enough shares to push Steffy out and hand Brooke that co-CEO title. But even if Steffy winds up sharing the co-CEO title with Brooke, Hope for the Future remains shelved until Eric's couture line launches. Hope will absolutely lose it. She assumed her mom grabbing power meant her line would jump right back into production. Steffy could fire her on the spot anyway because she's got the shares to do it. Brooke would have the title, sure, but zero actual ownership. Ridge isn't about to hand over his shares, and even if he did, Steffy still holds more. So the boardroom showdown comes down to this. Steffy stays co-CEO with Ridge, or Eric, Brooke, and Ridge muscle Steffy aside together, or the long shot, Brooke somehow becomes co-CEO with Steffy. Honestly, that last one might be Ridge's fantasy. Just step out of the crossfire, leave the two of them to tear each other apart, and go cut fabric in the corner. But at the end of the day, Hope may exit Forrester Creations completely. Either Steffy boots her, or she storms off in frustration when her little scheme doesn't deliver the payoff she dreamed up.